Hello, Basement Movie Room. We're back with a review of Thriller, A Cruel Picture.
Yes.
This is a very recent Vinegar Syndrome release. I just got it in the mail today, actually. Today is actually June 17th, right? Is it 17th? Yeah, it's the 17th.
Yeah, it is.
So, Thriller was made in the 70s. I don't recall the exact year. It's a Swedish film. Bo Arne Vibenius is the producer on it. I believe he's also the director. The director's name was different, but I think he also directed this. I could be wrong. If I am, then, subscribe and tell me I'm wrong.
No. Yeah, make comment, please.
Definitely should do that.
Yeah.
We have good 60 subscribers now. We got one today.
Yeah. Moving on up.
This movie is not for the faint of heart, and it's not quite what I expected. So the Vinegar Syndrome release of this includes a few versions. We watched the uncut version, or the director's cut maybe, which is Thriller. There's also an American cut and a UK cut. The American cut and UK cut are about 10 minutes shorter. I assume they probably have less of the sexual situations.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but yeah. So the story starts out with a young girl being sexually assaulted by an older man. It's not clear what's happening in there, but that's what you get later on.
Yeah.
This sexual assault leads to her being a mute for the rest of her life. She doesn't talk. And you really only get that through some minor dialogue from a couple of old ladies who buy milk from her. And then she works for a man, and he's like, "Oh, don't miss the bus." So she goes to the bus. She misses the bus and gets picked up by a guy in a nice car. I think it was a Ford, actually, is what the car.
Yeah,
it was like a Ford car of some kind in Sweden.
It was recognizable.
And he takes her to town and asks her to go to dinner with him, and then he essentially knocks her out and starts giving her heroin. Over a course of a few days, he is giving her heroin. She wakes up. He tells her she's addicted to heroin now. Essentially, he's a pimp, and he is going to use her to prostitute her out to his clients. He forces her into this life, and this life goes on for a while throughout the movie.
Yeah.
After about, 30 minutes of showing her going through all this trauma with people essentially raping her, her doing things against her will, you start seeing her start training in karate, driving. The driving, I'm not sure why she had the training for. It doesn't really come back at any point in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, with the police car.
Yeah, the police officers.
Yeah, she had to do a chase.
Which is the most obvious recurrence. So throughout this, she's training. She's still doing, it's free to leave the house, but she still goes back to this place and is still doing her prostitute duties.
Takes some of her earnings to do all this. Yeah,
she needs the money. So she's gathering the money, and so once she feels she has enough money, she goes out and she buys a bunch of heroin and a car, to just keep herself going on heroin since she is addicted, and decides to take revenge on the people who have wronged her, which is essentially only like 4 people ultimately.
Yeah.
The police included, I guess. I don't really know.
Because, I guess they didn't do anything.
Yeah, they didn't do anything. So she buys this car and the heroin. She breaks into the area where her gun trainer keeps his guns and steals a triple barrel shotgun. It's like 2 shotgun barrels and a rifle barrel. And she goes out and she kills one of the guys who was constantly coming as a client to her. Mm-hmm. And that tips off her pimp. I call him the pimp. I don't know. I guess that's what he is.
It's pretty much.
Yeah,
her handler.
With a couple more people who were doing things to her. One is a woman who was beating her and stuff in these sexual situations, and another client who I think it's the guy she scratched his face, right? In the first encounter?
No, that was the guy that was taking pictures of her.
Yeah, that's the guy that's taking pictures.
There's some weird shit in here.
There's some weird stuff going on, but, probably not unrealistic.
No.
So, she kills them 2, and her pimp gets away, so he's kind of the final target beyond these police officers she killed. for
Yeah.
random reasons. So the final kill is her pimp, and man, she really takes it out on him. She like gets him and shoots him in the legs, and then drags him on a gravel driveway, and then buries him up to his neck in stones, and has a horse with a noose around his neck, like choke him out to death.
Yeah, a Clydesdale on top of that.
It's a big horse.
Big horse.
So this is just a pure like revenge
porn.
Revenge porn.
Yeah, it is revenge
works
porn.
In both ways.
It does.
Because there is definitely some significant
this is not
sexual situations in this movie.
Yeah.
So I mean, Christina Lindberg plays the main character. She is somewhat famous. You may have never heard of her. You may have heard of her. She was a model, Swedish model and actress. She did a lot of kind of exploitation films, and then later on she decided she didn't really like what she was doing and got out of it. Especially when one particular director was clearly just directing a pornography film. Like, this one somewhat goes in that direction, but it's not like pure pornography or anything, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, she
pretty
does
close,
a great job. She doesn't have a single line in the movie because she is a mute. She's mute. At one point in the movie, the pimp like stabs her in the eye, so she loses one eye. So she's wearing an eye patch on her left eye. The movie in the United States or England was called They Call Her One Eye. So that was kind of... So really, it's just a revenge thriller. It takes a long time to kind of get to the part where she starts taking her revenge, which is the better part of the movie, to be honest. The first part's kind of... First hour is a little slow.
Yeah,
it's a lot of setup explaining why she would do this in the later movie.
But it's just kind of...
Like you said in the movie, this movie could have been 40 minutes
40
long.
minutes
and
long.
It's so true.
Yeah.
It's an hour and 40 minutes. You could have cut an hour out of this movie.
Yeah.
No problem. And like I said, the other releases are about an hour and a half, so they still go through a lot of that stuff, I assume. We didn't watch the other releases. But yeah, so that's kind of the movie in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Help! I'm in a nutshell. Get me out of it. How did I get in this bloody nutshell?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Austin Powers. Saw the great meme for that one for Obi-Wan.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And the back down.
So that's the plot. But, I mean, overall, I mean, the movie... I don't know if I can say it's worth watching because it's going to be divisive. It's a divisive film, I'm sure, because you've got to be able to handle some pretty significant scenes in this movie.
It's pretty hardcore. I mean, as far as everything goes.
Literally.
Yeah. It took a long time to tell the story.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, 40 minutes would have been perfect.
Yeah.
For this.
It is. It gets a bit long in the tooth for a while there. I was pretty tired. Kind of dozing off here and there throughout the movie. Got
kind of repetitive. I saw what they were doing, but they could have condensed it a little bit.
Yeah,
a lot.
Could have been condensed for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, I enjoyed it overall. I don't think it's a bad movie. I don't think it's a great movie. I don't think it's like a must-watch movie. But once it kind of gets going in the revenge part, that got much better than like the first hour or so.
I kind of like the color imagery in this.
Yeah. Like
with the yellow at the beginning, it's like she was a dying soul.
Yeah.
Kind of. And then at the very end, it was black. She wore all black, like she was dead.
And that's, she's
her
going to the karate teacher too, and like she's got the yellow dress as she kid, yellow dress as adult, and yellow belt.
Yes.
At the start of her
and
training.
Then she went to red.
Yeah.
Which she was out for blood.
Yeah.
And then black, she was just done
she's in that
and
black
over.
outfit, and the black outfit's kind of the iconic outfit.
So,
it's on the cover and stuff like that.
It was well done, but I mean, way too long. This should have been a short film.
Yeah. And if you can hear the music in the background,
Yeah.
there's not much music-wise in this film.
No,
It's just like somebody playing a harpsichord or something.
When this came on, I was like, are we gonna play Nintendo?
Yeah, it sounds like 8-bit music.
Yeah.
Sounds like Zelda music. So
a lot of cool imagery. I mean, you cut out. It's like watching Justice League all over again. You could have cut out a lot with Just
Wait,
not having so many.
League or Zack
Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder cut,
the 4-hour Snyder cut.
Yeah,
which
you could have cut out. Yeah,
on our page.
check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah, I mean, cut out a lot of the slow mo, and this movie may have been.
I like the slow mo. I think that was the style for the movie.
It was fine, and it was fine in certain points, but then it was like, oh god, they just used it so much throughout this. Yeah. Every time there was a gun battle, it was.
Yeah, you kill the guy.
It was a 5-minute scene. It's like, oh jeez, yeah, you know, and every shot is a gut shot.
Oh, yeah, she's a gut shotter. She wants him to suffer.
Oh yeah, but I will say the final kill is pretty creative.
Yeah, there's no doubt. So there's definitely no doubt that is a creative way. And like I said, this kind of supposedly is a Tarantino favorite inspiration. Like the eye patch. That's,
lots of
the L. What's her name from Kill Bill?
Kill Bill. Yeah,
Daryl Hannah's character from Kill Bill.
Even her just driving up to that first house to get her kill. There's a lot of like Tarantino shots, and
there's a lot of handheld camera in this movie too. It kind of shaky cam, like first person view for you and things like that, which I thought was well done. It's just kind of like shaky cam, Paul Greengrass special.
Even like I mentioned with the colors, Tarantino's good with his coloring. So I'm sure he took a lot of that.
Spotlights that are random in this movie though, like Tarantino likes.
No. Oh, no.
It's like Tarantino loves
maybe in those
random spotlight, especially
maybe in those
there's a spotlight in the middle of the set.
Yeah. I think in those slow mo scenes there might have been a couple, but at that point I was just like, kill him, do something, come on, it's right there. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. 40-minute.
I don't have much else to say about Thriller. I enjoyed it for what it was, which is a 70s exploitation film.
I mean, yeah, it's not as good as Michael Jackson's film.
All right, so
that's it.
I guess we can rate it. I'll go first. I'm going to give this just a solid middle of the road 3. I don't think it's a good movie. I don't think it's a terrible movie. I think it's not for everyone. So that 3 comes with a, can you handle some significantly sexy scenes? I'm just going to put it nicely.
Yeah.
Watch the other cut. It's probably not as bad in that cut. But yeah, a 3 I think is solidly where this is.
Yeah, I'm lowered. I'm at a 2.5 on this.
I understand.
Yeah. It was just way too long. I was like,
it is too long.
I'm like, come on, let's.
I probably should have chosen
ramp
the other
it.
cut.
I'm like, let's ramp it up a little bit. You know, it's like we get the point here. So
yeah,
a lot of scenes took way too long.
It does take a little bit long.
Too much slow mo. Too much. You'll figure it out if you watch it. So didn't need all that.
Yeah,
honestly,
it does not need that.
It doesn't need it at all. Yeah, so 2.5, and it's a weak 2.5.
Oh wow! So you're like maybe a 2.4.
Yeah,
lower.
Yeah,
I'm a solid 3. I enjoyed it enough to give it a solid 3. It's nothing that you have to see, but if you're into like exploitation films, it's probably a must see.
Yeah.
Vinegar scale though. I mean, this is a Vinegar Syndrome release.
Vinegar scale, though. Man, this is probably a 3.2.
See, I'm at a 4 on the Vinegar scale.
A 4?
Yeah, because I think this is perfection.
I couldn't quite get to 3.5.
Yeah, I understand.
Because it was long.
Yeah, Vinegar scale 4.0.
Yeah. So basically, 3.5.
It's in the 3.5 range.
Yeah.
All right. So that is Thriller, A Cruel Picture, also known as They Call Her One Eye. And we'll see you next time on Basement Movie Room.
Cheers.